Hello? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this presentation about the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth. This is the first time I'm doing a webinar using Hangouts, so I'm not exactly sure what the quality of the reception is going to be, and how interactive the session is going to be. If you have any questions, I'm told that you're able to send emails out to time, and that they will somehow get them back to me if you have any questions. So feel free to communicate that way, or otherwise, I will keep talking, and if there's any way we can make this more interactive, that will be something that we will try and do as much as possible. So again, welcome, and thanks for taking the time this evening to hear about the Tuck School of Business, and where will Tuck take you. As a by way of introduction, I am Sarj Tirumala. I am the Associate Director of Admissions and Regional Director for the Tuck School of Business in India and Southeast Asia. And among other things, I manage all the admissions activities in this region for the Tuck School. And I'm also a Tuck alum from the class of 2010, and so I will wear the hat of a Tuck alum. At the same time, I am also part of the admissions committee at Tuck, so I could be answering questions wearing either hat as appropriate. So let's launch into the presentation, and I hope this can be a little more interactive than me just speaking to the screen in front of me. So yeah, let's get started. So the theme is, where will Tuck take you? As a member of admissions committee, I will first introduce the Tuck School of Business, and then go over things that hopefully you will find interesting about the school and the community. Tuck is a part of Dartmouth College. Dartmouth College is an Ivy League institution in the United States, based in the state of New Hampshire, in the town of Hanover. Tuck was founded in the year 1900 by William Tucker, who was then the president of Dartmouth College, and Edward Tuck, a successful financier. Back in 1900, when the Tuck School is the very first graduate school of business in the world, and that was the time when United States was itself an emerging market. And both William Tucker and Edward Tuck, they understood that the future business leaders of the country and the world, for them to succeed, they would need a kind of education that provides specific business training. And this was a very innovative thought at the time, and radical as well. And that led to the foundation of the first graduate program in business. Fast forward 116 years, and the Tuck School has is as innovative and as forward-looking as it was at its inception. Our mission is to educate wise leaders to better the world of business. And here, just a second, let me see if I can change the slide here, and hopefully that will change on what you're viewing as well. So, our vision, what the Tuck School stands for, and what our mission is: Tuck educates wise leaders to better the world of business. And under the leadership of our Dean Matt Slaughter, pave the way for the future of business education. We have 280 students per class. And what the Tuck School stands for is personal scale and the immersive community that it is. The personal scale is something that allows you to access faculty and classmates and creates an exhilarating and dynamic environment and provides extraordinary access to recruiters and alumni. Everything we do at Tuck is designed to connect our residential community to the dynamism of the global economy and prepare our students to lead globally connected companies. Each of our students at Tuck takes a very different path through their time at Tuck. And to help you better appreciate the Tuck experience, I want to introduce you to some of our students and their paths. So, what I am not sure at this point is how to get questions and answers going as a result of this communication, because it's fairly one way. But I suggest if you have questions, you should email time, and some they will route it back to me, so I'll be able to try and answer them while I am on air. So let's talk about, I'm a big believer of examples. So I want to make sure that I take the opportunity to bring the Tuck School alive to you through the experiences of three students and what they have been able to make happen during their time at Tuck. And hopefully that will give you a sense of what the Tuck program stands for, and what the MBA program at Tuck stands for, and how it can be how you can make it your own based on based on your own priorities and what you want to pursue in your career. The Tuck School is one of the top 10 schools in the world, and we attract students from all over the world. And like I said earlier, it's a class of 280 students. And one such student is Aditya Shah. Aditya Shah, he was born in Calcutta in West Bengal, and then brought up in Mumbai, India. And he comes from a family business background that is involved in manufacturing tea and exporting it. He completed his bachelor's of business administration from NMIMS University in Mumbai, and he also finished his MCom from Mumbai University. He, as would be expected, was very involved with his family business. He was involved in manufacturing of tea and new product development. He lived in Mumbai as well as in St. Petersburg, Russia, as part of his work experience in his family business. And from there, then he decided he needed more exposure and a formal business education and a tight-knit network in order to continue to set up his business in the growth mode that he envisions. That's Aditya Shah's background. So let's see what he did while at Tuck. One of the themes at Tuck is the students are challenged every moment. If you had the opportunity to take a look at the Tuck website, there is something called Tuck Go, which is again part of I mentioned early on that Tuck remains at the forefront of pioneering thinking in business education. And the Tuck Go requirement is one such opportunity that students take advantage of. Tuck Go, which stands for Tuck Global Opportunities, is is a requirement that Tuck students undertake. And for for ex- for the Tuck students, the excuse me, global mindset is a prerequisite for graduation. What that basically means is they need to be they should have completed a project or some sort of immersive experience in a culture different from their own, or in culture different from the cultures that they've been exposed to in the past. And they need to demonstrate learning from such an exposure while at Tuck. And it's an academic requirement, and it's again a prerequisite for graduation. And in Aditya Shah's case, uh, and in so in Tuck Go as such, the faculty partner with students on their learning journey, and the faculty are quite literally on the frontiers of creating knowledge. They bring an electricity to their teaching and allow you to take intellectual risks in the classroom. Uh, as far as Aditya Shah is concerned, he, coming from a family business background, which is in the tea industry, he, he looked at projects that were more, uh, agribusiness, agriculture based, because after graduation uh, he would like to go back and maybe after a couple of years of graduation, he would like to go back and continue his growing his family business. So Aditya Shah, he actually just graduated this past summer in June. He's from the class of 2016. So as far as his Tuck Go project was concerned, he Tuck Go can be done in any three different ways. One is the on-site global consulting project, which is an opportunity for Tuck students to uh, form a consulting team that works with real companies in different parts of the world. There are some real dollars riding on these projects because the companies actually, uh, you know, take on some significant expenses to bring the team to the site of the project, and host the teams and get real um, outcomes as through these projects. So the on-site global consulting is an opportunity for Tuck students to do consulting style projects with the multinational companies that are looking to solve various challenges uh, in the geographies that they operate. And in this case, uh, and I should also say that the on-site global consulting, it's called on-site because there's an opportunity for Tuck students to spend 3 weeks on the ground, uh, doing primary research on a given project. And after the 3 weeks, they go back to campus, and they are able to spend the remaining part of the quarter synthesizing those learnings uh, from the learning opportunity that they had on the ground from the primary research, and then give a, 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 a set of recommendations to the top management of the company. In this case, the company was Land of Lakes International Development, and they wanted to explore the opportunity of market entry in Africa, specifically in Kenya. And Aditya and his team of Tuck students, they traveled the length and breadth of the country, interviewing dairy farmers, because Land of Lakes manufactures cheese and other dairy products. And they over the course of the quarter, between the on-site part and then going back and synthesizing those the primary research and conducting a lot of secondary research. So throughout over the length of the project, they synthesized their findings and presented them to the top management of the company. These insights resulted from the 100+ interviews that they conducted on the ground. And you also see in this case, the picture on the right side shows General Mills. Aditya also did his summer internship in General Mills, which is headquartered in Minnesota. And he was part of their organic products division at General Mills. So let's see how to switch to the next slide. Now, there's Tuck students are challenged in a number of ways. Tuck Go being one instance, and we are all equally motivated by the opportunity to better the world. And he did his first year project, which is an opportunity again. It's the Tuck Go, the Tuck Go program has essentially 3 different pillars. One is the on-site global consulting, which we just talked about, the project that he did with Land of Lakes. And then the second pillar is the FYP, the first year project. The FYP is a capstone project that Tuck students do at in the spring quarter of the first year. The curriculum at Tuck is, in the first year, it's a lot of core courses. And those core courses give you pretty much a broad overview of what business school, all things business. We will learn about strategy, about marketing, about accounting, finance, the basic skills across all of these various functions. And the first year project, which students take up at towards the end of the first year, is the capstone project, which brings all of this learning together. And again, this project is done for real companies, real clients who are looking to looking for an opportunity to use the talent that's coming to Tuck to answer some pressing questions that they have. And in case of Aditya, his FYP was with Lamb Weston, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of ConAgra Foods, based in Pasco, Washington. And their whole project was geared towards evaluating potential investment in the organic farming business for Lamb Weston. And once again, FYP provides an opportunity for students to go spend 1 week on the ground, wherever the company is based. And so in this case, they obviously travel to Pasco, Washington, in order to give present their analysis to the management at Lamb Weston. And what Aditya learned from that experience is something that he says he can directly apply in the family business that he's going to be part of in the not too distant future. And the picture on the left is the third pillar of Tuck Go, which is called the GIX. So we talked about the on-site global consulting. We just talked about the FYP. And the third pillar is the GIX, the Global Insight Expedition. It's an opportunity for students to spend a week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks of immersive experience in a culture, in a country, exploring from, and this is again led by faculty, coordinated by Tuck staff, and the students are on the ground for this week to 10 days, meeting with everyone from the street, from the man on the ground to the policymakers to the business leaders in a given country, and getting a sense of what makes that particular economy tick, what makes it happen, uh, how do people do business in these countries, things like that. And then they have these are all courses what I just mentioned, whether it's the on-site global consulting or uh, the first year project or the global insight expedition. These are all courses that tuck students take, which all have this global angle to them. And in this case, Aditya went to Georgia and Armenia, and he experienced the Caucasus, which north part of the world in terms of tourism and business development perspective. He met the CEO of the largest Georgian tea company, and he fancies an opportunity to somehow engage with this company in order to grow his own family business back in India. And he also, during the GIX, ended up meeting with a couple of with founders of two vineyards, and in order to understand what kind of business opportunities exist. And needless to say, he met with the who's who of both Georgia and Armenia while he was there. So I mean, you can see the theme of how Tuck, how Aditya was able to take advantage of what Tuck has to offer to really push the envelope for himself in terms of uh, the not only the academic requirement that the Tuck Go program enforces, but also he took the opportunity to do projects that are very relevant to the kind of things that he would like to do back in his family business, with sort of a quasi agricultural type of exposure. And he has nothing but great things to say about his Tuck experience. So is it all academic? Did he do something more than simply uh, pure academic type of engagements at Tuck? Let's check. Let's take a look. So the other theme for Tuck is it's an opportunity for students to lead across cultures. Having a global mindset is a critical skill that business leaders must have in order to navigate the different cultures, countries, and markets in which they work. To facilitate that learning, like I said earlier, Tuck has implemented the Tuck Go global requirement. And uh, we talked about how the opportunity comes in three different ways: the FYP, the GIX, and the on-site global consulting. Well, Aditya went a step further. He actually founded something called Roots. Roots is a student-run organization. It's completely student-run. He wanted to bring expose students to the masala chai concept that Indians are so fond of. And according to him, tea is more than just a drink. And in his view, he thinks tea is the new social glue, where you sit down and connect with friends in a laid back setting and discuss so many different topics. So he founded Roots, and uh, what he did was he automated the process of making masala chai using a regular drip coffee maker and filter cups that are used to make iced tea. And he brought the community together for Chai Tuesday. Uh, the Roots would sell tea to the Tuck community, and it was a super hit uh, engagement. And now Roots is part of the Tuck uh, experience, where students, a set of students, runs that program every year. And so he, in his own way, left sort of his legacy at Tuck. Uh, the Tuck community also celebrates the Holi party to celebrate the festival of Holi. You can see a quick snapshot there of Tuck students enjoying, Holi. Something else that Aditya did while at Tuck was to organize a fun trek to India. The fun trek was an opportunity for to showcase India to his classmates and their partners, uh, without necessarily the rigor of academic engagement. So, it's an opportunity for students to it was an opportunity for Aditya to help his classmates look at India from a very different perspective, as sort of a guided tour of India. And so he planned and led the fun trek to India with about 35 of his classmates and the partners of the classmates. But he says it was an immense and intense logistical exercise that was very enjoyable. And what he learned through this experience was, obviously, he exposed a lot of his classmates, a number of his classmates, to the Indian culture in an informal setting, uh, in by taking them through different cities with different vibe and different cultures. But more importantly, for his own personal edification, he was negotiating with vendors remotely to make this a successful endeavor, a successful trip for all of his classmates. And he says that itself was a great learning experience that he can use when he takes up, when he goes back to his family business. So, that's what Aditya's experience was. So, someone, who comes from a family business background took pretty much, all the opportunities that Tuck would give in terms of pushing the envelope for the Tuck students, helping them develop a global mindset. He was able to uh, take advantage of that in more ways than one, and really own the entire experience at Tuck. Uh, so that's Aditya's story. Let's take a look at someone else who was able to, who is Aditya, like I mentioned, graduated this past summer. Let's take a look at someone who is currently, who just finished up the first year and is ready to, he's actually, doing his internship right now, and will be back in the second year starting this fall. This is Santosh Havanagi. He was born in Bangalore and did his bachelor's in electronics from RV College of Engineering in Karnataka. After that, he worked in Texas Instruments in Bangalore, was part of the technical sales team. And then he came to Tuck to pursue his MBA, and let's understand his reasoning and what his Tuck experience has been like. This is very unlike most of my events, where I am actually taking a lot of questions and giving very making it an extremely interactive session. In this case, though, it's been more of a monologue from me, and I hope one way or the other you're able to follow what I'm saying, and that you're able to take something back in terms of the power that the Tuck MBA can offer its students. So coming back to Santosh, Santosh has been he's all about technology. He was part of as someone working at Texas Instruments. He was very hardware oriented until the last day of his work. and hardware and sales. And he wanted to try and round out what his tuck experience is, with his tuck experience. Uh, a rounding off of his technology experience, bringing software into the picture, and uh, ultimately he wants to be a product manager going after the MBA. So to that end, he worked with his first year project. Remember we talked about the first year project as an opportunity for students to take up projects with real companies. In his case, the first year project was with Microsoft, and his team, and that's the team that you see on in one of the snapshots there. That's the team that with whom Santosh worked to solve a problem that Microsoft had in its App Store, specifically from a games point of view. So that was his first year project. He also hosted. He actually, he's the co-chair of the Tuck Technology Club, and hosted and spearheaded what is the Tuck Technology Conference or Tech Conference, and it's an opportunity for Tuck students to interface with the who is who in terms of technology companies and their leaders, and get a sense of where technology is headed, what kind of disruptions can be expected, and basically exposing Tuckies to the possibilities in terms of post MBA opportunities, or even internship opportunities for that matter. So Santosh spearheaded the tech conference at Tuck. He's actually very well known for his photography skills. If you look at the series of photographs that are there on the wall, and this is in Murdo Hall in Tuck, in the Tuck School. His photos are now part of the Tuck campus in many ways, and so he's been able to do things in his own way to contribute to the extraordinary community that is Tuck. And I'm kind of rushing through these because I ultimately want to get you a feel for what to expect from the admissions process point of view, and but before that, I wanted to get you a sense of what kind of things Tuck students are doing at Tuck and beyond. So Santosh has been a great contributor to the community. He is a co-chair of the South Asian Business Association, which is the umbrella organization for students in this region, Tuck students coming from this region. And so he has helped co-host the Diwali party at Tuck, which is one of the largest parties that happens at Tuck from a cross-cultural point of view, or largest party period, and where the entire community comes together, and people from all cultures are participating and dancing and mingling and appreciating what Diwali means. So there's any number of ways that Santosh has been able to contribute to the Tuck community while benefiting his own from his own personal point of view. So let's take a look at what he's doing. Excuse me. And so one of those snapshots there is the Tuck Tech Conference that I was just referring to. and uh, it's an opportunity for he took it up as an opportunity to explore all kinds of possibilities as far as technology is concerned from a tech point of view. And so with his background in hardware, like I said, he wanted to round it out with experience on the software side and project management. His ultimate goal, like I said earlier, was he wanted to he would like to uh, join a technology company as a product manager, and he's taken up the challenge, not necessarily challenge, he's basically taken up the responsibility to spread the word that tuck and its technology exposure. He wants to make it broadly known, certainly in India and all around the world, in terms of uh, he what his experience has been at tuck and what he would like to accomplish purely from a technology point of view. And so that is uh, the other student that I want to talk about. We spoke about someone who just graduated from tuck, that's Aditya Shah. Then there is Santosh Havanagi, who is a first year student in the so let's now talk about another uh, tuck student who is a first year student, who is now she just completed her first year. She is now again completing her internship, and she will be in second year starting fall. So this is Shreya Majumdar, born and brought up in New Delhi, trained as a Hindustani vocalist and a classical Western pianist. She graduated with honors in mathematics from University of Delhi, and worked in Opera Solutions, and now is a tuck. So at Opera is a company that provides consulting services, uh, and she was part of the Delhi office for Opera. She created and implemented a global human resource policy for growth within the company, and she was a teaching assistant at tuck for a couple of courses: statistics for managers and professional professional decision modeling. uh, and she will be a leadership fellow at the Center for Leadership in at tuck when she comes back in the second year. And her own first year project, as part of her FYP, she worked for one of the largest farm animal sanctuaries in the US to develop a lifetime cost of care model and fundraising strategies for this sanctuary. And she was part of the tuck student consulting services, and uh, that's again an opportunity for tuck students to provide consulting services to local organizations in and around Hanover and New Hampshire. And so as part of tuck student consulting services, she worked for a local cosmetics producer and helped them with their marketing strategy. She is also a singer in the tuck band, the T17 tuck band, and she is very involved in the Women in Business initiative at tuck, the Women in Business Club, and then the Initiative for Women at tuck. And so, what has she been doing? So, again, the tuck community is known for the very committed network of alumni. In fact, the tuck alumni are known to be one of the most loyal to the school, and what um, what Shreya did was, he used the opportunity to, to speak to many alumni, to and to position herself for the next steps in her career. And she used the Tuck network, the second year students, the Tuck Consulting Club, which is the student run consulting club at Tuck, to solve numerous case studies in preparation for the interview process. She connected with the recruiters that were coming on campus for from a in terms of the opportunity to interact with recruiters through any number of avenues, whether it's having breakfast with them, lunch, dinner, office hours, etc. And she basically leveraged the Tuck network to put herself in front of the various consulting companies that came on campus. And she and so to what I'm trying to convey here is, the Tuck alumni, the Tuck community is committed to helping students in whichever they can. And this notion of paying it forward is deeply ingrained in the Tuck psyche, and that's the reason why the Tuck School is so renowned for its alumni network. Certainly joining Tuck not a 2-year commitment. Tuck alums is not just a 2-year commitment. Tuck alums remain engaged with the school and with each other for life. About 2/3 of Tuck graduates contribute financially to the school each year. And that's a telling indicator of alumni loyalty and commitment to Tuck. Our alums are incredibly generous with their time as well. And they take your calls, provide advice, make connections that can help in your career. And that's certainly something that Shreya was able to take advantage of, and you know do really well for herself. So let's take a look at certainly everyone who is looking for an MBA ultimately wants to be able to do well in from a career point of view. So let's see what that means from a Tuck student perspective. You know, alumni is the alumni network at Tuck is a very big reason why Tuck students are so successful in career placements. Last year, 99% of our students had full-time job offers within 3 months of graduation. And their average compensation packages put Tuck in the top 3 business schools in the world. And 100% of the Tuck students had summer internships. And so that what you see is a snapshot of the number of companies that are that recruit from Tuck. The Tuck CDO, the Career Development Office at Tuck, has recruiting organizations with 900 odd companies, and they are able to use their reach in terms of the number of organizations that they have connect their connections with to to be able to satisfy all whatever career aspiration a Tuck student might have. So what are we talked about 3 students. What are they doing as we speak? Aditya is working in marketing. So he graduated from Tuck, like I mentioned, early on this past summer, and he is working in marketing for the organic products division at General Mills headquarters in Minnesota. And he for a specific product in the General Mills product portfolio called Larabar. Santosh, he got an internship in eBay in New York City, and he's one of only 5 project managers across the entire company who is doing this internship as part of his internship. And He's extremely proud of the work he's currently doing, because he says it impacts every single one of eBay's 170 odd million users. And all this he's able to do simply within, uh, 12 weeks of his internship. And not only that, he actually won what is called the Hack Week competition at eBay, and he won a $3,500 prize money from the CEO of eBay. And as far as Shreya is concerned, she is currently pursuing her internship with uh, McKinsey Consulting, and McKinsey and Company, which is one of the world's top consulting companies. She is doing the internship in Stamford, Connecticut. So that is, a small sample of the great jobs our students have found. Uh, and like I said earlier, the Tuck CDO has active recruiting relationships with more than 900, almost 1,000 organizations across the breadth of industries worldwide. And more importantly, the career development team at Tuck partners with students as they navigate these opportunities. Each member of the career team has experience working in the industries they're advising students on. For example, one of the members of the Tuck CDO team, Stephen Pigeon, is a former engagement manager with McKinsey before he joined the career development office at Tuck, and he coaches students going into consulting. These are, some of the these are the students that have been able to really these are just three students who've been able to take advantage of all that the school has to offer, and really make the experience their own. They all have very different aspirations, very different plans for what they want to pursue, and they've been able to do that, very successfully, uh, taking advantage of what the um, Tuck curriculum and Tuck experience offers them. And we would like to, so take advantage of that, and we would like, where will Tuck take you? We encourage you to apply. Each of our students has a different story to tell, and I wish I had the time to talk about all 280 of them. Um, but we talked about three of them tonight, and you know, all the students, they experience successes, they experience challenges, but the one thing the one thing that distinguishes us from our peer schools is, how our trust-based community will support, encourage, and challenge you during your 2 years with us and beyond. Out of those experiences come the empathy, judgment, humility to lead, which is at the core of what Tuck does. We educate wise leaders to better the world of business, and basically, what the what the Tuck experience has been for three of our students, and we would love to see you as part of the Tuck community, and work with you to figure out where will Tuck take you, and what your aspirations are. So, uh, you know, if you you are going to have uh, the opportunity to ask questions to me through what through the questions that you're able to email to time. And so I would be happy to take questions from you, and try and connect back on email, or however it's possible to answer any other questions. But let me again, take a look at what the admissions process itself is like very quickly. We are a very um, the tuck admissions team takes a very holistic view of applications. So, in other words, no single attribute is by itself going to make or break an application. Many students think that if they have they might wonder, what if I have a low GMAT, what if I have a low GPA, or, what if maybe if I have a high GMAT, I'm already in spite of everything else. It doesn't work that way. Every application is read thoroughly from one end to the other, and it's basically an opportunity for us to understand the applicants in very minute detail. So we put in a lot of effort to try and understand our applicants, what they have done, where they have been, how they have done in their work, extracurriculars, in whatever they have been able to accomplish so far. And we want to completely holistically understand the applicants that put in so much effort to apply. And so it's not a question of how much the GMAT, what is the weightage for a GMAT score, what is the weightage for an essay, what is the weightage for the recommendations. It doesn't work that way. Everything has to be taken together. There is no formula for measuring an application's success. With we read every application in toto. And so so what I would advise you to think about as you look at applying to tuck, or for an MBA in general, your application, think of it as a jigsaw puzzle, right? When I say jigsaw puzzle, there's any number of pieces in that puzzle. One is your GMAT score or your TOEFL score, or there's those are a couple of pieces of the puzzle. Then there are the essays are another piece of a couple of more pieces of the puzzle. Your letters of recommendation could be a couple of other pieces. Your resume, your work experience, your extracurricular activities, there are other pieces of the puzzle. And when we are reading your application, again, let me make it very clear that there is no weightage as far as any of these attributes is concerned. We are looking at are all these pieces of the puzzle forming a reasonable picture of the applicant. And if the picture is pretty good, then you should odds are you will get at least an interview call. And so it's in your best interest to make sure that all these things that make up the application are able to really speak to who you are as a person, who you are as a candidate. We wanted to bring you alive in front of us. We want you to be, we want to see how passionate you are about coming to tuck. And we want you to showcase how you have been able to understand what tuck has to offer, and what is it that you are able to contribute to the school when you become a student at tuck. You have seen examples of 3 students who've been able to do few different things and make that experience their own. So how will you own the tuck experience? Those are some of the things that we are looking for. And the timing of this webinar is sort of opportune because the tuck admissions events are happening as we speak in various parts of the country. This past weekend, I was in Bangalore for the admissions reception. That was on the 6th of October, 6th of August, I'm sorry. And there is a couple of coffee chats coming up in Chennai this Saturday on the 13th. And There's the admissions reception in Delhi coming up on August 20th, and another admissions reception in Mumbai coming up on August 27th. Then there is the couple of coffee chats again coming up in Calcutta on September 17th, I believe. And so, and all of these the event details are on the Tuck website as part of the under the in the Tuck events page. So I hope you are able to with whatever I've been able to talk to you about today. Granted, this is a very one-way conversation because I haven't been able to really get a sense of what questions you have and how those and answering those questions has been me basically going off on a monologue here without necessarily having the luxury of being able to see you or hear you or be able to interact with you in any way. Uh, but hopefully, when you're able to come to these events, it'll be a lot more interactive. You'll be able to actually meet with alumni and get your questions answered. And it's an opportunity for you to get a feel for the Tuck community. To the way we can make it come alive without actually setting foot on campus. And so, I hope you take the opportunity to come to these events coming up, later this month. As I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, and you know, uh, what are the possible questions you might have? I hope you are able to, uh, you know. If you're not able to ask these questions now, I certainly hope to be able to see you at the events around the country. And I look forward to meeting you in person. And if not, you should be able to send an email to Time and have them share those questions with me. So I will be able to answer them, that way. And what other questions would applicants normally have? Uh, you know, the typical class profile, all these, the class profile, the latest class profile, the range of GMAT scores, it's all online. So I really encourage you to visit the Tuck website if you haven't already, and kind of get a feel for the community. It's a very human place. It's a very tight knit community where everyone cares about each other, and it's not a it's where people come to transform themselves in. And I'm hopeful that you will get a feel for that when you visit the Tuck website. And I'm also hopeful that you're able to ask me some questions that you have in mind. If you haven't been able to send that email out, I hope to see you in person at the events coming up. And feel free to be sure to sign up on the register on the website. If you want to, uh, if you would like to interact with people from a specific industry that you would like to interact with and get a feel for how their Tuck experience has been, you can sign up for this program called Tuck Connections. And again, the link for that you will see on the website as well. Tuck Connections is an opportunity for uh, applicants to do precisely that: connect with Tuck alumni and current students uh, based on a certain criteria that are important for the applicant. And based on those criteria, you will be matched with a student or an alumni, and you'll be able to connect with them and get your questions answered, not only about their own Tuck experience, but also how the Tuck program, the community, uh, the town, the environment, the recruiting, and all of that. So do take advantage of Tuck Connections to make those to get introduced to Tuck alumni and students who are working in the specific industry that you're interested in. And what else can I answer? As far as the scholarship is concerned, there is no separate application for scholarship. Your the your application, by the very fact that you applied, you will automatically be considered for scholarship. Whether or not you are awarded a scholarship is dependent on, obviously, the overall pool of the applicants and all that. But the bottom line is you don't need to specifically send in a separate application for scholarship. As far as tuition is concerned, those what the tuition is, all of those details are online as well. So I hope you take a look at that. And what other questions could I possibly answer for you beyond what I've already sort of taken a look at? I think I will probably leave it at that for the time being, and certainly look forward to connecting with you at the events coming up. Or if you would rather send an email to time, you should, and I'll connect with you that way. Once again, thanks for the opportunity, and I would like to thank Time for providing this platform. Granted, this is kind of a one-way interaction that I haven't really done before, but to the extent that it has been able to give you some of these, bring alive for you some of the experiences that Tuck students have been able to take advantage of. I think it's time well spent. So all the best for your application process, and feel free to reach out. My contact details are up on Tuck website as well. So reach out to me, and I'll try to answer your questions in a timely manner. And so good luck, and keep me posted. And thanks again for tuning in. I will take your leave. Bye-bye, and all the best.